We're here with Coach John Speraw of UCLA men's volleyball after sweeping the Stanford Cardinal in your last match of the season. Congratulations on clinching the last spot in the MPSF tournament. What's your assessment of your team's performance tonight?
Gosh, I thought we played really well on both sides of the ball, actually. I thought we did a nice job defensively, getting the tendencies we wanted to do, and certainly our service game was maybe the best we've had all season. And offensively, we've had a few matches in a row here where we've gotten our offensive hitting numbers exactly where we wanted them. So seems like we're starting to play the best volleyball we played all season. That's all you can ask, is to play your best volleyball at the end of the year. So I think we're playing with some confidence. I know we have a tough challenge ahead of us in the playoffs, but I'm proud of the guys for hanging in there and continuing to get better even though we were having a challenging season.
Whose performances were you most impressed with tonight?
Gosh, JT Hatch had a really nice night. He's produced offensively for us so many times this season, but really tonight he also had one of his better serving matches, I felt. He really was able to put some consistent pressure on the other team, which is something that you'd think he'd be able to do more. He's got such a great arm, and now he's catching up in terms of the skill at that spot in his game, and so that's really beneficial for us. And I think Eric Mathis has just really had a nice few matches. He's a guy that hasn't had a ton of experience. Obviously, we've gone through a few different setters this season, and we're starting to hit for a nice percentage that you'd like to see. And so both those guys stand out to me.
Can you comment on how you've seen your team develop and evolve over the season?
Yeah, it's. I talked to him a little bit in the locker room about it, but what I'm most proud of for these guys is that we have had a challenging year. It's been a grind at times, and yet we've managed to get in the gym every day, focus on getting better on one thing or just a little bit each day, and I think they're starting to see the fruits of that labor. And so, you know, I talked to them about that. We still have a lot to do. It's going to have to be a productive week if we have a hope of coming out on top next week. But I am happy with the way they've been able to continue to focus, despite what could really have been a very, very difficult year. And sometimes teams don't handle that well, and it actually makes it worse. But we didn't do that.
I was really impressed with the UCLA blocks tonight. What would you say your team does differently in terms of being so disciplined at the net?
Oh, that's a good question too. The block has been a real strength of ours all season long. We lost a little bit of that when we lost Hagen. Even though he's a smaller blocker, he actually is one of the better end blockers in the league, and so we lost a little bit there. But our middles have been great all season long, and Jake Arness has been great all year. The other guys get into good spots. So, yeah, it's definitely a strength of ours and something we'll have to rely on if we have hope of moving on.
And what is your mindset as you head into the MPSF tournament? How do you prepare for that?
Yeah, that's a good question too. We're playing a very good team, and you know, it's a team that I know well, and then they know us well because we played just a couple weeks ago. So, you know, there's no secrets, and we're just going to have to continue to improve. Ultimately, we're going to have to continue to improve every day this week, and we're going to have to take a look at ourselves and how we match up with that team and what we're going to need to do in order to defeat them. So yeah, I don't think it's really much different from what we've been doing all year long. This team needs to continue to get better if we have hopes of moving on.
Cool. Well, thank you for taking time to talk to us tonight. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.